Welcome, everyone. Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live, Season 2, Episode 20. How is everybody tonight? Okay, it's an Osmo world. Okay, yeah, that's what we got here. I'm gonna kind of adjust the screen here a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's all about the Osmo, guys. It's all about Osmo Action. Okay, just want to welcome everybody. Had a great day today. It's like it was 98 today. Okay, it's not even June yet, and we hit 98 here. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. So want to welcome everybody. Thanks so much for showing up tonight. I'm sorry I didn't get out my announcement until later today. I had a busy day yesterday. I got my interesting story about my Osmo Action I'm going to share with you here in a minute. But okay, it was scheduled to arrive on Tuesday, and it comes Monday. Now, I didn't know. Well, I did know this, but I wasn't sure. DJI will now let them drop it off at a certain location near your house. Okay, Jeanette, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. They dropped it off at Walgreens. So I picked up my FedEx package at Walgreens last night, signed for it, got it home. Now, one of the things that I can tell you, it does take a full hour and a half to charge it. We're gonna get into some things here in a little bit about that. But yeah, and my big impression with it, it's packed with features and it's small. FSU Grad 03 in the house. Welcome tonight. Thanks for joining. Again, sorry for sending out the late notice. I was busy. I was doing some of the filming last night for my unboxing video. Cardasso's in the house. Welcome, my friend. Long time no see. Glad you're here tonight. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on tonight here. Also want to call your attention. Make sure you guys check out Xeno Nation. They're on Monday night. Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford. Those guys are absolutely phenomenal. Okay. First thing I wanted to talk about is, we will talk about the Osmo Action. Eric Burton's in the house. Welcome tonight. Glad you're here. Drone Master, welcome. I hope Joe's Drone Life shows up. My favorite drone scout of them all. Joe is just an absolute great guy. Steve Carpenter's in the house. Welcome. Got to tell you this, okay? You're going to need to watch my video and Joe's Drone Life's unboxing video, okay, for the Osmo Action. Trust me, you don't want to miss them, okay? You know that I threw a nice curveball with my Twilight Zone unboxing video of the Mavic 2, which Valerie absolutely loved. Thomas, welcome. Thanks for showing up tonight. As a side note, reminds me, my good friend Ian Jones. Ian, I hope you're feeling better. He was he visited. He lives in southeast England on the coast, and he and his wife come over to Florida every year. And they came over to Disney, and they came over to Clearwater Beach, and we were going to meet with him. But he got incredibly ill and in a virus, and he's still not 100%. So Ian, hats off to you. Hope you're getting better, my friend. It was a shame that we didn't get a chance to meet up, but next time you're here, we will definitely do that. And maybe, just maybe, if I get enough, money for Valerie's coffee, Valerie and I might fly over there. Instead of getting coffee, we might fly over and see you and your lovely wife, which I think would be absolutely fantastic. So Roadkill, welcome. Brian Singleton's in the house. Brian, welcome tonight. So yeah, let's go ahead. One of the things I did want to talk about, and I wanted to call your attention to a couple of videos. Okay, definitely by far one of the best videos that explained everything regarding the new FAA rules for it's actually called Section 349. 51 Jones, Russ. Russ does a stellar job. Russ does great tutorials, but you know what? There's a lot of channels out there that, they're known for some things. Russ is known. Russ can digest those rules and be able to get them out. And Russ, kudos to you. Roadkill, welcome. He can digest those rules like nobody else and makes it like absolutely clear English. He is so fantastic at that. That's where he hits a home run at. He hits an absolute total home run with that. So kudos to you. So I'm gonna definitely, you want to check that out. Okay, if you haven't, you should. Okay, one of the other ones that I wanted to call attention to, I was kind of confused because it was Billy and Ken, and they were on Billy's channel. I thought there was going to be an Overcast podcast, but it was on Billy's channel, and they talked about the FAA rules, and you need to watch them too. They made it very simple, very clear, very easy to understand. You know, not a lot of stuff that'll be over your head. It can meet you. And one of the things is, you know, I put out my video, you know, which was really from, you know, just an excerpt from my show last week. But basically, you know, all pilots need to be aware of this, and that's why I titled it like this. And so, Grumpy Vlogger, welcome. Thanks for joining. Rick Halper's in the house. Welcome. Thanks for coming in tonight. I lost my train of thought. So what else is new? Valerie says I do that all the time. But no. Stephen Ewing, greetings from Ireland. Thank you for showing up. Thomas, my friend, you too. I mean, God bless you guys. It must be 0 dark 30 the time you guys are up, and you're watching Bill the Drone Reviewer. That means a lot to me. Okay, that means a lot to me when you guys come in from Ireland and you're watching at some 0 dark 30 hour and you're staying up to watch this show. That's great. Okay, Fred, welcome. How are you? You're looking at the Anafi. Any advice on what I should get? I'll say get them both. I love the Anafi. Also, I got to call out Brian Singleton, True Drone Reviews. Brian is doing unbelievable videos on the Parrot Anafi. You need to check that out. I'll drop a link in the description for Brian's channel. You need to check him out. Brian is fantastic. He does great reviews. And one of the best things about him is he's from Pittsburgh, okay? Another Yinzer, okay? Yinzers stick together, all right? You rock, Brian, okay? You do fantastic videos. You need to check out his channel if you haven't, okay? He comes out with a video almost every day. Well, sure, what else will we be doing, Thomas? Okay, yeah, that's for sure. It's 0 dark 30, okay? I'm not watching. Just Florida. Okay, Roadkill. All right, okay, yeah. Brian is fantastic, and you need to check out some of his. He's done some great job. He did a great job on the Parrot Anafi, and I think so much so that Marcus Crawford and Ron Brown bought them. And when I get a little more cash flow, I'm going to be doing the same. Thank you, Cardasso. I appreciate that. So yeah, you need to check out those FAA videos. I think, like I said, Russ from 51 Drones and Billy and Ken did fantastic jobs. I'll drop some links in the description. Checks in the mail. Okay, Brian. You need to check out those videos on the FAA rules. I want to make sure you guys know that, and definitely need to watch those videos. They did a fantastic job on that. Okay. I'm going to kind of move on here a little bit. All right. Let's do a little show and tell. Okay. Here it is in all its glory here. Nice little sound there. I like that sound. Now, I found the trick to go ahead and switch into the front screen. And there we are. You can't really see it because it's there, but yeah, I can tilt it to the side so you can kind of see it. So yeah, I've done an awful lot of playing around. I'm putting together my unboxing video on this. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and flip it back. All I can do is hold the side button here. This little swipe, and then it goes back to the back. One of the things that I got to share with you guys, it was real interesting. Okay. I put out my first video because, all right, I was trying to put the SD card in last night, and the cover door fell off, and I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to get it back on, and I'm scratching my head like nobody's business. Marcus is in the house. Welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. So I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm looking up how to reattach, and it comes up. One comes up for GoPro Hero 5 and 6. So go ahead and play that. It's like a 30-second clip, and I saw exactly what you need to do. Okay, and actually, it's going to be. I put out a video about it. It's so simple. It's so easy. It just blew me away. Now, what's real interesting is on DJI's website, they sell them for $15 a piece. So they're probably expecting people to break these things. So one of the things that I can't emphasize enough, Marcus, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. Art's in the house. All right, Art. Thanks for joining tonight. One of the things, and I think Rick Smith said it best, is, one of the things I found out so far in my initial walkthrough and powering things up with the Osmo Action is you need to make sure that things click. You need to make sure that the battery clicks in. You hear a resounding click when you're hearing things. When the USB-C cover, when you're taking it off and put it back up, that you get a click, because that click ensures that it'll stay waterproof. So that's something that's real important on that. Okay. In my unboxing video, I'm not going to spoil that. Okay. One thing I can tell you, the menu system on here is incredibly easy. I was just blown away how easy it was. The firmware update, second try, worked like a champ. Not a problem. And activating it was a piece of cake. You got to download the Mimo app. I did it on my Galaxy Note 8. Didn't have any problems. So, yeah, it went well. Ethan Mitchell, welcome. Tim Dow, welcome. Really I bet you are, Ethan. I am too. I've filmed a few short bursts of video. I haven't really done a whole lot. No, I did get a 64 gigabyte SD card to put in there because I'm expecting to do that. Now, one of the things that I'm going to say this right away, I did go ahead and I checked all the boxes on all the accessories, because besides the SD cards, there was nothing else available right now. I can tell you this, you're going to need batteries. You're going to need to get more batteries. Doing the firmware update, which probably took about 2 or 3 minutes, it went down from 100% battery to 82% battery, okay? That firmware update really took up a big chunk. But I think it's a good thing to get extra batteries with this. So I'm going to get a notification when the batteries come in. Ted 10, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. So I'm going to get notification when that comes in. I'm also going to get that multi-battery charger. I mean, batteries are $15 a piece. That's an inexpensive thing. And if you're out for a day of shooting and vlogging, I think it's going to be fantastic. G-Boy 185, South Florida, checking in. All right, my friend. Thank you for joining tonight. All right. So this is going to be, I can't tell you. Valorie's enamored with it already. I showed her a few of the features on it, and she may just grab it off me. I don't know. It's like now this is going to come in real handy coming up the end of next month when we head up to Ohio. Okay. And I'll tell you what, I showed her that front screen and she was like, wow. Okay. She said, this is nice. This is absolutely nice. Yeah. I saw the DroneMaster. I did see the charging hub that they offer. I would love to get it, but it's one of those things. Like I said, all their options are, you have to hit the notify by email button. So any firmware update will cure your battery quickly. You're right, Steve Carpenter. It does. It just eats up a lot of power. I mean, it only took a couple of minutes, which really that kind of surprised me. So, but yeah, I'm going to try to get my unboxing video finished tonight. And like I said, you got to watch it. And I don't think Joe's on tonight with Joe's Drone Life. You got to watch his at the beginning. You need to watch the beginning of those. Okay. You guys know we did a fantastic one. I did a fantastic one with Valerie's help on the unboxing for the Mavic 2 Pro. Wanted to do something different. I did something different for the unboxing on the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0, pulling the box off the shelf. Okay. This is something different as well. And it was a team effort, and it was Joe's idea. So give him a thumbs up for this, guys. Okay. Joe came up with a great idea. Okay. Seriously. I got my Osmo Action. I bill's still in the box. Wife signed for it and then hid it from me. Oh, Tim. Oh my gosh. Wow. I guess you got to find whatever her go-to is. Like for Valerie, is it's Starbucks. Maybe run out and get her some Starbucks or whatever her fancy is, and kind of bribe her that way. That's fantastic. Also, wanted to get to this here in a second. Also, want to Valerie's back to her second week at work, full week at work, and she's doing fantastic, by the way. So it's still in the box, Tim. Man, I couldn't wait. I could not wait until it got home. Absolutely could not wait. So Mike, aka the Drone Ranger, welcome tonight. But yeah, one of the Valerie's doing well, and thank you guys so much for all your notes of appreciation, your thoughts, and your prayers for her. Absolutely fantastic. She had a follow-up visit with her surgeon last Friday. He was very pleased. He could not have been more pleased with how things turned out. Got her bandage off that she has, and she actually went out and took her first walk tonight with our dog. So that's a good thing. So I want to thank you guys for that. I know you guys have seen, I put out a video recently about that there was a problem with the smart controller and doing YouTube Live, and then I found a workaround for it, okay? I downloaded Opera Mini, and I tested it in the house, and it worked fine, okay? So Sunday night, I'm like strutting my stuff. I've had a good day on Sunday, okay? I'm strutting my stuff. I'm going outside. I'm firing things up, okay? It's like Wi-Fi, all right? So I go ahead and I hit the right. If our two routers come up for us, okay, and I hit the wrong one, so I hit the right one, and then I make sure that it's connected. All right, getting nothing. The internet's not showing on there. Okay, I'm opening up Opera Mini, nothing's coming up. Pages aren't opening, and I'm like, okay, whatever here. So I decided to go ahead and use my Note 8 as a hotspot. All right, no problem. Okay. Pulled the internet up, got no problem doing that, all right? Well, it sits there and it clocks, and it clocks, and it clocks. It comes up with one error message, but it sits there and clocks. Now, if I go back to the DJI Go 4 app screen, there's a little thing up in the upper left-hand corner, okay? And it will it'll tell you when it's on and it's live, okay? And it had part of that message up there, but it wasn't doing anything. So I went out, I took a flight. I didn't know if I was going to be live or not because I wanted to do a live stream for you guys. Couldn't get it to work. So I took screenshots of everything and I pinged DJI support, and I'm waiting to hear an answer for that. So I don't know if now, like I said, I used it from my hotspot on my phone, which, it should be stellar. I shouldn't have any issues. Okay. It might require faster internet. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear back from their engineers. So I'm waiting to hear on that and crossing my fingers. I may go out and try it again here in the next day or two just to see. I don't know. So ND filters today, but can't get the lens off the Osmo Action camera to put the filter. Rick, wow. Scottish Drone View, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Okay. Mike Brooks, welcome. Thanks for joining. As far as that's concerned, Rick, watch Rick Halbert, watch Rick Smith's video. He took it off, so you may want to watch that. I think it's on. It's screwed on really tight because that's part of the waterproofing system on the Osmo Action. So you may want to take a peek at his video because I know he did that. So Greg says it works on Apple only. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Art. Thank you very much. All right. Well, yeah, and see, Ron Braun told me it worked on Apple as well. So, yeah, you know what? I may try my iPad as a hotspot because it has 4G LTE enabled. Art, thank you for that tip. I appreciate that. That's something I will definitely try. Absolutely spot on with that. So, but yeah, so I got that issue going on with smart control. That frustrated the daylights out of me. I'm sitting out there. I must have gone through 18 to 25% of battery trying to wait for that thing to go. And finally, I just said, forget it. I want to get up there and I want to fly. So, and I did. And I enjoyed myself. I wanted to get, and I did shoot some good video, but my main purpose was to go up and do a live stream from the smart controller for the first time. But it will happen sooner rather than later, and not to be forgotten. Okay. Climbed to the top and then came inside. Okay. Steve Carpenter. Just show them how to do it with yours right in front of you. Send them. Rick Smith is awesome. So you can load it up with the RTMP. It'll work fine. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. One of the things that I also wanted to talk about tonight too was there's been a resurgence, and I know, and I'm going to point to Brian Singleton. There's been a resurgence with the Parrot Anafi, okay? And I go back to his video. You know, Brian, you've started True Drone Reviews. You've started a wave, my friend, okay, with the Parrot Anafi, okay? I just saw Billy Kyle just got one, okay? And I'm anxious to get one too. Now, one of the things I got to say about that Anafi, the way it flies. Now, I didn't shoot any video with it. I have over an hour to an hour and a half of flying with Rick Smith with it. The thing handled exceptionally well. My dog's in here now. You just saw her over here. She's laying down. She doesn't come in here. I work from home on Wednesdays. She doesn't come in here during the day, but she comes in when I'm having my show online. So everybody say hi to my dog. Diogy is her name. D-I-O-G-Y. So say hi to Diogy. She'll love that. Okay. Anyway, all right. I think there's been a resurgence in the Parrot Anafi. You know, I run a Parrot Anafi group, and right now it went from like 200, it's up to 350 now. And I don't think it's just, you know, I'd like to give Brian credit for it, but I can't in my circle of influence. But you know, on a larger scale, I think people are seeing that. And I think when Parrot came out with the Anafi thermal, I'm not 100% sure that's what it's called, but when they came out with their thermal version of it, that really kind of upped things, and it's come down a lot in price. And I think part of the problem was that their pricing, when Parrot priced this, I think they priced it too high. And I think Marcus and Ron Brown would agree with me. I think Brian would probably agree with me too. You know, when it initially came out, it was too expensive. It really did. Art, thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's fantastic. So I'm definitely going to try that. Thank you for letting me know about that. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, this whole thing with this resurgence in the Anafi, I think is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, you know, it's really gotten, it's a great drone. I mean, if you remember, Marcus brought this up, and thank you, Marcus, for bringing this up, by the way, pointed out when I had Gail Ornstein on her, that she used it to fly under structure so she can take a look at some things. And maneuverability is very important for her. And if you remember, she said when she's out in some of these war zones and everything, she's flying in eddy mode, okay? That tells you something, okay? Yeah, you're right, Ethan. I agree 100%. Yeah, and Ethan brought up the thing. They were charging, what was it? I think, Ethan, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was like $17 to get a feature turned on in an app. What is that? Okay. You know, that's a cash grab. Okay. You bought it day 2, Brian. Wow. Okay. Wow. Amazon's out $444 refurbished Anafi. Okay, Marcus. Thank you for that. So yeah, $17. $17 to turn on a smart feature or something like that on the Anafi. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just like, you know, when you buy it, you want the whole package. And, you know, and I think that was one of the things I remember way back when Billy Kyle commented on that. If you're watching, Billy, hi. Billy commented on that and said, you know, that was ridiculous. And I agree. That is totally ridiculous. And you're spending $17.34, and then, you know, it's adding up $41. You're getting 3 functions turned on. I'm like, come on, 99 cents now. Okay, that's reasonable, Marcus. You know, that's a dollar. That's something on the dollar menu at McDonald's, and everybody can do that. So, well, that's true, Steve. But you know, when DJI comes out with a Mavic 2 Pro or the Spark, or you know, you have these smart modes, or you have the panorama modes and rocket and all that, and helix and all that kind of stuff. Okay, you know, they're there, and you don't have to go out and pay for them. And I think that's the whole deal. Yeah, but it was still a marketing mistake. It sure was, Ethan. I mean, it sure was. I mean, to do that, I think that was just absolutely ridiculous. And you know, and I think one of the other things that they did was, now, I know Billy went to the event when they had the event in New York City, and he said it was so unlike the DJI event when he went there. He said it was in a smaller room, it's kind of crowded, and they were actually flying in that room, believe it or not. Okay, And he said it crashed a couple of times. He said it's pretty resilient, but and the other thing is, it's just like nobody that I know of actually got one to review. I think Billy was hoping to get one to review. He never got one to review, and I'm like, you didn't give Billy one to review? Seriously, what's going on? And same with like Rick. I was expecting Rick Smith or Kelly to get one to review, and I don't think those guys got any to review. So Nafi now is on Newegg for $579. Also think many reviewers wrote it off the start because it was so light. Also, optical flow turns off when GPS is acquired, so it drifts with GPS. That's Ethan. That's a couple of great points. Thank you for bringing that up, guys. If you haven't checked out Ethan Mitchell's channel, please do so. Support the channels that are in the chat tonight. Brian from True Drone Reviews, Ethan Mitchell, Rick Halber's in here, Art's in here, everybody, Idaho Quadcopter Marcus. Support everybody. That's how we stay a wonderful community and how we communicate well with each other. So everybody's in the chat. Support their channels. If they have live streams on, try to watch them. Just kind of like a random public service announcement. But no, I think it's important that we support one another. But Ethan brings up a good point about that. And one of the other things was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ethan, I think I think there was some talking about how expensive at first options were on the Anafi, like extra batteries and so forth. I'm not 100% sure about that. Battery life is the only limit on flight plan. Okay, Brian. That's what I thought. And I love, guys, you need to check out Brian from True Drone Reviews. He did one on flight plan with the Anafi. And Ethan has done some great work with the Anafi, and so has Marcus on Idaho Quadcopters. Please check out their channels, guys. Please subscribe to them. They put out fantastic content. Guarantee you will get what you need when you go to these channels. So definitely subscribe to them. Definitely check them out. And I do have a Parrot group on Facebook. And if you want to become a member of that, check that out as well. And Marcus, I think your friend, the QC guy, is that his name? He's a member of the Anafi group. I didn't know if you knew that or not. So, but yeah, he joined as well too. So, and people are contributing to it now. So I think that's fantastic. So we got a lot to look forward to. I think this is, this Anafi resurgence is good. And, I'm hoping the price comes down again, Marcus. If it comes down into the $400 range, and maybe if my birthday's coming up in July, so maybe besides having a brand new granddaughter for a birthday present, maybe they can give me the icing of an Anafi. Okay, who knows? I can ask. So, Brian, I'll go ahead and I'll drop a link in the description for that after the show tonight, because I don't have that available. Just type Parrot Anafi for groups, and it should come up. And it has what I do is I took the original logo that they did, and it's over a beach, and it has Parrot Anafi. I took it right from Parrot's website. So if you see that, you'll know that. So, but I'll drop a link in the description for that. So, okay. Spare batteries are hard to find when it was released. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ethan. That's so yeah. Well, I would absolutely love to do that, but I don't have time right now. My show is coming to a close, guys. So, and I don't know. I would suggest, like I said, go ahead and watch that video that Rick Smith did on how to get the lens cover off of the actual lens that's on there, to change that out. I would highly suggest you watch Rick Smith's video. He's done that. Definitely you want to check that out for sure. Yeah, I hope Parrot releases a new Anafi with a frame of a thermal and a 1-inch sensor camera. That's a great point, Ethan. That frame on the thermal is different, and I'm interested. Ethan, have you found out how much the thermal weighs in comparison? What's the difference in weight between that and the regular Anafi? I'm real curious if you knew the difference on that or not. I don't know. That would be real interesting to find that out. I don't know. Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, there are a lot of people. I mean, Ron's not here, but I know he has one as well too. And Also, you know, while we're talking about this, Curtis, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. No, while we're talking about this, one of the other things is I'm working on a surprise right now for everybody, and I think you'll enjoy it. I know Marcus and Ron are involved with this, so that they've been sworn to secrecy, and I've got some things set up and in place, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this content. So it's gonna be good. That's definitely what I can say, guys. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're looking to have a lot of fun with what's coming up here. But as the next couple of weeks come by, I'm really looking forward to it. Next week, I have a guest, and definitely wanted to mention this before we signed off tonight. 15 grams lighter, but I have to double check, and it's a little bit smaller with reinforced arms. Thank you so much, Ethan. I knew you'd have an answer for that. That's fantastic. So, yeah, Marcus is right. It will be awesome. So we're looking forward to doing that. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, you know, we'll get some stuff coming out in the follow up coming up real soon. That will be something that will be exciting, and you're going to want to stay in touch with that, in tune for that. I guarantee you that it's going to be something good. So, you know, do you think DJI will put D-Log or HLG on the Osmo Action? Ethan, that's a great question. That really is. See, you know, one of the things that I kind of wanted to Octavius, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Appreciate you showing up. You know, one of the things that I wanted to say was, you know, with DJI, and, you know, especially here with the Osmo Action, you know, at launch, we're probably getting about 25% of the features that I think the Osmo Action is capable of. All right. Because recently, let's take a look at the Osmo Pocket. They just came out with a firmware update for that, and it was incredible with what they were able, you know, they answered so many people's questions. It was an incredible firmware update for the Osmo Pocket. And this is what I think we're going to be having with DJI. Like I said, I think they probably give you about 25% at launch with what we're getting here. So, you know, got a lot of good things coming up here. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I think this will be good. So we're gonna look at some things now. You know, one of the things I did initially see, and I haven't got a chance to test this. But Ken Dono, I don't know if you saw. And he may have this in his first video, Original Dobo. He had Rocksteady on it, and he was moving, and it was lagging, and it wasn't following. So, you know, I don't, you know, he's right. If that's true, and if that's the case, now I haven't done that. I haven't tested that out yet. But if that's true and that's the case, then they're going to need to get a firmware update to get this taken care of in short order. But there are a ton of great reviews out there. There are a ton of unboxings out there. I definitely invite you, when mine comes out, to check it out. Especially when Joe's Drone Life, when he comes out with his, check his out. If anybody here tonight in the chat comes out with an Osmo unboxing video or videos, definitely check them out and support them. I think that's a great way. We need to do this. We need to support the other channels here in the chat. So, none is okay. Okay, Ethan. Oh, next week. I have a guest next week, okay? I have Chris Anderson. Chris Anderson is from the Drone Trainers podcast. Chris is out of Canada, and he has a fantastic podcast. I'm going to drop a link in the description next week for you guys to go ahead and check that out. Back screen lags, but not in the footage. Okay, Ethan, thank you for pointing that out. That's great to hear. That's great news. So Ethan, or I'm sorry, Chris Anderson does a fantastic job with his drone podcast. He's from Canada. You guys, you will be in for a treat next week. Now, I was on his podcast, what seems like a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Actually, it was before I started Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live, so that tells you how long ago it was. But Chris is fantastic. He does great work. And he covers a great variety of topics. So we're going to have him on next week. Now, I'm trying to line up some other guests as well. Looking forward to getting some people who've been on the show before, get them back on. No, it's not going to be Rick Smith, but I'm looking to try to get some people who we've had on before, who you all know and enjoy. Great people. I've got some emails out, and I'm waiting to get some answers back from them. So we probably shouldn't be too long on that. Now, I know everybody has seen. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. I know everybody has seen, I put out a Spark 2 video, and it was based on, and last week we talked about the Spark 2. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. We talked about the Spark 2 based on the article from Drone DJ. And as you know, Hey Kesteloo is a very, he runs a fantastic website, okay, Drone DJ. And he's backed up by the 9 to 5 blogs, okay, the 9 to 5 Google, 9 to 5 Mac, he does fantastic work, and he has good connections with DJI, and I mean good connections with them. They have emailed him when other people have not gotten emails, okay? And he shared that with me, and I can tell you that, and that's one thing. So, to hear anything contrary to say that Hey is not a reliable source is not accurate. Hey is a very reliable source, and, when we talked about that information last week, this is based on what Hey has heard from DJI, and it sounds very accurate. I don't doubt that Hey got this information from them. And this is, when it's coming, if it's coming in July, all right, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to come in at a great price point. It's going to get people, and see, and this is the one thing that I've been trying to emphasize. The Spark will pull in people from, you're not getting, like most of us who are on here tonight, all right, we're drone enthusiasts cranked up a notch, all right. These are a lot of people who are entry level to drones. You get a lot of teens, maybe early 20s, and this is their first drone, all right. This is their first experience with a drone. Well, this one is going to have 4K. I mean, and probably a 3-axis gimbal for $499. Seriously, from DJI, if they keep that at that kind of price point, I think this is really going to be a head turner. All right. I mean, there's 2,600 people in my Spark group on Facebook. All right. I also have 2,600 in my Mavic 2 group as well, but 2,600, and I get about 4 or 5 a day. And it seems the Mavic 2 group, I get about 10 to 15 a day. People just absolutely gravitate towards that a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, that's where we're at with all that. So this is what we got coming up. Got some exciting things in the pipeline that I'm not ready to share yet, but Marcus knows about it. Ron Brown knows about it. So we're looking forward to that. Want to make sure that you support Xeno Nation. They're on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford. Definitely want to check those out. Definitely, again, support the channels that you see in here, guys, okay? Support Idaho Quadcopter. Support, Thomas Sullivan, support Curtis Dart and Drone Owners Network Live. Support Rick Halber. Whenever they do videos, go out there, comment on these videos, like them, okay? Because it makes a difference, and it lets them know that you like their content and they're putting out great content. So definitely, you want to do that, guys. Okay. So this is about where we're at. Brad, welcome. Thanks for joining. That's great to hear. I want to thank everybody. I'm going to be working on getting my Osmo Action unboxing and setup and all that kind of good stuff video. You do not want to miss the beginning of it. I guarantee you that. It is a great beginning here, guys. We had a lot of fun doing it, and you want to check out Joe's Drone Life. I know Joe's not on tonight, but you want to check that out. I want to thank Jeanette Wilson Horse Education for being here. She's from Australia, okay? And she uses a Spark to help train horses. You want to check out her channel because it's one of the most unique ways to use a drone that I've seen, and it's been a great way. So you want to check that channel out as well, okay? Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate this. And remember, as always, it's a great day to fly. Take care. I hope everybody has a great evening.